So
Right.
you want to be a journalist, but you get in these relationships. What happens in after graduation?
So I go to Delta. I knew, the thing was to go to Delta for 2 years, right? And then you're going to transfer.
That's
And so
what,
I
yeah.
did. And
Mm-hmm.
I was in a relationship that I did not feel serious about, but it
Okay.
was there. I probably, it's hard to explain. No, it's not. It's not hard to explain.
Okay.
I was probably emotionally beat down a little bit, but to me it was I'm leaving in a couple years, so I don't care, right?
Mm,
Like I'll put up with this person because he's gonna just stalk me anyway or whatever, and I'll be
mm-hmm.
gone in a couple years. It's not gonna matter.
Mm,
Um, I got pregnant,
mm-hmm.
and I did not want to get married. Um,
Mm,
I didn't even think that that was an option when I told my parents I was pregnant.
mm,
Um, my mother, God bless her, she is a wonderful woman with beautiful rose colored glasses, right? The
mm,
world is beautiful to her. And
mm,
she would like to think that everybody's love story is the same as her and my father's. Um,
mm,
and so with the father of my children and my mother and discussions, and I'm 19 and I am thinking, here I am pregnant. This is not my plan. This is not how I saw this. Is there housing for families at CMU? What can I do? I end up getting married.
mm-hmm.
Um, it saddens me to say that I knew when I was getting married that I wasn't probably going to be with him forever. But I also thought to myself, maybe things will change. Maybe the world for us will change getting married and having a baby, and maybe this person will see me differently or see the world differently. Maybe I'll see him differently in the world. And it did not end up like that. We end up
Mm,
having two more children. It was a abusive relationship, um, verbally, psychologically, physically, um, and I tried for years to not only, I guess, make the marriage work, but also to prepare myself for leaving the marriage because I knew it was
mm-hmm.
coming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I gave up my dreams of journalism, and went to work like every other American, 8 to 5.
So
I
did you you only did 2 years at Delta? Did you just do 2 years at Delta
did
at all?
one
One, that's
one
what I
year at
thought.
Delta.
So
I
you
got
did one
Yep,
year and started, you got married and eventually moved into the workforce and you got this cool job. Okay, wow, okay.
yep,
That's
yep.
what I want to know.
I actually was working the job while I was going to school. I had a full-time
Oh,
job and
okay.
going to school full time.
Okay.
Um, so when I stopped going to school, that just worked better for them to take me
Yeah.
on as a
Yeah.
normal. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I worked for an accounting firm for a couple of
Mm-hmm.
years. I
Mm-hmm.
worked in non-active payroll and data entry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then when my son was probably 6 months or so, my position was like, I say terminated all the time, but it was basically just um, the position itself was just taken away. Like
Yeah.
they got rid of the position. And so I was a stay-at-home mom for a very short amount of time when
Mm-hmm.
my father-in-law found an opening posted for Saginaw Township for
Mm-hmm.
parking enforcement. And
Okay.
I thought, oh, it was a part-time job. I thought, sure, cool. And that started my 22-year career at Saginaw Township. I held
Wow. Thanks,
three different
father-in-law.
positions. Yep. Three, and I will never regret my time there. I love my Saginaw Township family.
Mm-hmm.
I learned so much about government that I talk about naive. I was completely naive about government
I
when I
still
got
am.
into that.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I never gave thought to local government ever. I thought about
Again, Chris is
federal because, of
interested in
course,
local government a lot. That's funny. Again, there's another
I'm
connection.
obsessed
Yeah.
with it. I am
Yeah.
obsessed with it, and that will be my career now for the rest of my life. Absolutely.
Okay. Wow.